Brett Okamoto with UFC welterweight Jorge Masvidal, who takes on Darren Till in beautiful London on Saturday, UFC Fight Night. And he told me, I was standing over here just moments ago, but George told me he had to take that side because that's his good side.
It's the only side I got.
Why is the left side the good side, George?
Well, I do it based off stitches count. So I got about 6 different stitches here, and almost all of them have came from wrestling practice. You know, from headbutts, and I got about 8 on this side. You know, you can see it's not cat scratches. If you look good enough, it's stitches. You know, so yeah, that's what I based the good side ratings on. You know?
Okay. Yeah. So if you and Darren Till have an accidental headbutt on Saturday, we'll switch sides.
It could be. I think I'm either at 6 or 7 here, so I'm like 1 or 2 away from catching up here, and then I'll just be like, both sides are good, you know?
Well, I've been told I don't have a ton of time to interview, but I do want to. I have to point out the outfit. I mean, what is going on here? It looks pretty amazing. What is the look that you're going for in general, by the way, with the outfit and the hair?
I just wake up and put shit on. The hair, I used to have long hair back in the day, but at 55, I couldn't rock it. Would have never made weight, you know. Would have been one of those guys missing weight or having to chop the hair off. So I said, before I lose all the hair, let me fucking just grow it back out. And then I'm not too keen on, like, not that I'm not keen on it, I'm kind of hard on the maintenance, you know, brushing the hair and all that shit. And I don't like putting chemicals on my head, so I don't wash my hair often. I wash it, but, you know, selective times. So I just fucking wake up and go, you know, and I like this shirt. It kind of spoke to my soul, you know. It's very artistic, like me when I'm in the fucking ring. Somewhat of an artist, you know, so, yeah, let's do it.
The ponytail yesterday at the open workout reminded me of the backyard.
Yeah.
Because they called you Ponytail, right?
Ponytail, that's right, man. This guy's got the ancient knowledge, man. That shit goes way back.
It does. It goes way back, and you've been doing this for just a long time, man. How have you done it for so long, and why are you still as in love with it as you are?
Man, that answer is easy. I get asked that a lot, and I mean, you love your job. I can tell you like your job a lot. So 20 years from now, it's not gonna be a problem to get up and go fucking interview somebody and get the best journalist stories out there. The same thing with fighting, man. I just love it, you know. Do I like running 5 miles after a practice? Nah, I don't. Do I like dieting? Do I like it when a good friend of mine calls me and says, hey, we're gonna go party tonight, man, and you know, you're gonna have fun, you wanna come? And I'm like, nah, I can't come. I don't like those things, but I love the fight. So I could put all that bullshit to the side and do whatever I have to do to fight, to be able to fly, you know, because when you're fighting, fighters know what I'm talking about. It's like you're flying, man. You're having the time of your life, and it takes a lot of sacrifice, discipline, because if to fly, it's harder than a sprint than running. That's what fighting's like, you know. It takes a lot to be able to do that, you know. You have to go through a lot of physical pain, put your body in that constantly, and grow and grow and grow. You know, you do a 2-hour practice twice a day just to fight 15 minutes, you know. And you train 10 weeks. You train your whole life, but just in preparation for that one fight, you did in 10 weeks. So imagine how much self-growth you've had in that time, how much pain you've put your body through, because it hurts. You know, when you get kicked in the rib, even though they're wearing a little shin guard in practice, it hurts. And then that guy did 2 rounds with you. There's another guy that's fresh, wanting to break your face. We go through that just so on fight day you could fly. You could just fucking do whatever you want to do and be Superman in there. So that's always fun, man.
Yeah, and on Saturday you got another fun opponent. It's not a guy who I think is going to go out and try and wrestle you or slow this fight down. He's going to be the type of fight that you want, right? What have you thought about Darren Till? What do you make of him? A guy who's, I believe, 10 years younger than you.
Yeah, he's big. He hits hard, man. He's a young bull. You know, I've said it. You know, he's a gamer. He puts himself in harm's way to cause harm. You know, he's got 1 loss to the champ. No shame in that, right? So. Man, I just can't wait to get in there. I'm excited. I was asking for the toughest fights to my management, first-round management, and they always come through for me. You know, maybe a lot of people would have liked to ease into it, but I'm a natural-born fighter. You know, you get a shark or a fish, you throw them in the water, it's going to swim. I'm going to fight. It doesn't matter. At this age, a younger me, didn't fight for a year me, I just fight, you know, so that doesn't matter to me. Number 3 is just icing on the cake, you know, that I'm fighting another stud, you know.
I do think, though, because of everything you just said, coming in off of a little bit of a layoff, you've lost your last 2, and Darren is kind of the hot new thing right now. The people are counting you out a little bit. Are you getting that sense? Have you gotten that at all?
Nah. I mean, shit, nah. But maybe I'm just fucking blind to that, you know. But no, I get a lot of love, especially out here in England, and a lot of other people are like, or maybe they're just saying it because they got me face to face too. It's kind of tough to tell a fighter, "Oh, you're gonna lose," you know. So I don't know, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of love, you know. And my style is just perfect, you know. I could brawl without getting hit. It's crazy, you know. I go in the scuffles and leave without a scuffle, so I'm ready, man.
Well, last question, we got to let you go, but if everything goes smooth on Saturday, you come out uninjured, they do have something on the schedule end of April, South Florida. Is that on your mind at all coming into this weekend? That's a card you would want to be on?
It was on my mind when it was in Miami. It's not in Miami now. No offense, if they needed the savior, they needed me to come in and do that, I would. But they got my brother from another mother, Joel, already headlining it, and that's more than enough. They got more than enough. Now, if it was in Miami, I can't take a back seat to nobody. I got to headline it because that's my city, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if it was in Miami, I'd have to headline, and it's not going to be in Miami no more. So we don't got that problem to worry about. I would fight in South Florida if they needed me, but they don't. They got Joel, man. The fans are going to get a fucking treat, bro, above and beyond, you know?
Cool. Always a pleasure, George. Appreciate it, man. Looking forward to the fight.